welcome to Basis 718. And here I have the Mayones Cali 4 bass. Searched everywhere for this bass. I found it on eBay. Give you a nice quick look at this guy here. They call it the Buckeye Burl Blue Resin. Alright, it's like 4.8 pounds. Beautiful satin finish. Swamp ash body. A 5-ply Wendy maple neck through. The fretboard is called the Palfero, which is notorious for Mayones. 22, well, jumbo frets. I mean, they're not that jumbo, but as you can see, it's about 16-inch radius neck, so it's really small. Almost like a ukulele. Now, the bridge is a Mayones 2-piece. The tuners are Mayones minis, as you can see. Okay, now we do have the mini switch, which is for the preamp for the headphones, as you can see here. Have your headphones in here, your preamp here. A small light that goes on in the back to let you know that you have access to preamp. As you can see, on, off. All right, so really great feeling bass, but one of the things that I was really worried about was like, how would I fare playing this thing? You know what I mean? It just seems so small. But surprisingly, I just got it out the box. I didn't do anything special to the bass. I tuned it up. Bass feel, the strings feel a little dead. So probably changing it would be nice. So maybe a nicer set of strings. The action, it feels fine. Maybe a little bit all over the place. Like up on the first, I kind of feel as though maybe just slightly rubbing against the fret. So it's something you want to take care of. I don't know if they're all this way. This one I bought slightly used off eBay, as I said. It cost me about $2,500, including shipping. But when you're ripping on a regular size bass, you got this muscle memory already set for your bass. With something this small, getting higher up here, that would probably be a little tough if you're trying to go through a fill or whatever. Another thing is, if you hook the bass up to like an octave pedal, you can definitely get into real bass tones there. Because right now you're obviously going to be, really high in octave as opposed to your regular bass. I really thought that going into the pleasantly surprised. I used to play guitar with this guitar player who was really heavy set, and his fingers were so huge that he built his own guitar and used a bass neck as his guitar neck. There's no lie, I swear. And it was the only way he can really get his hands around it, because huge fingers. Anyway, but I was really concerned about that. I can't imagine using this as my main bass or anything, but let's just think. Shit hits the fan, you gotta go on the lam. No matter what happens, you never know. Tomorrow's never promised. You know what I mean? So it'd be great to have something like this that you can actually throw in your bag and jam in your cave while the world is ending. I mean, it seemed like we were gonna head that direction, and it's not over yet. So anyway, have a bass you can go boogie with and jam out with in the cave of your choice. All right, with a headphone. The only thing you're gonna have a problem is once this preamp dies, well, then you're gonna have to try to find a way. Maybe you can get a solar generator to take with you on the cave. They do have power banks. But anyway, again, I'm surprised at how well she responds, how well it sounds. So I mean, again, I can imagine, I can see myself playing this through a song. I mean, if you're sitting down playing a song, you can play through it. But if you're soloing and you're doing you're doing all your taps and all this can become probably a little cumbersome on this bass. Because again, you're looking at the you know, 16-inch radius neck. Even bending, like for instance, if I'm bending, hear that? You can go too far, you know. So, but if you, that's already going up like 2 octaves. So, it's a very, you're gonna have to have like a light touch with some of the stuff you do. And she's a freaking awesome bass though. If I needed a bass to just, you know, just practice to myself, go through my scales, you know, and just go through my runs. I have my, you know, sometimes you just gotta keep your fingers moving, so you keep progressing, etc., and you don't get overly rusty. And this bass can do it. Again, in your backpack, I mean, who knows? I mean, anywhere you can fit this guy, you could go on your scooter or on your bike, and you can take this with you, pull out a little pedal, and go jamming. Let's say if you're like somewhere up on 17, my fingers already, they don't even fit in the frets. So that's something, a workaround. But again, the octave pedal can help with this, because with the octave pedal, you take the lower register of the bass, bringing it back into like a normal bass octave, and when you want to hit the higher notes, shut off your octave and stay in the same position. So this way you don't have to go all the way up here. So that's a workaround. But anyway, again, this is the Mayones Cali 4 bass. Again, wow, I'm surprised, man. I didn't think I would be able to even. I laughed when I first saw this bass. I laughed my ass off, because I was like, I can't imagine anyone sitting here trying to Marcus Smith on it. But it's actually possible. It's up to you, you know. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Very impressed and actually relieved that I didn't buy a bass. I wouldn't be able to play it. Because my wife was like, dude, that bass looks unplayable for the size of your hands and the speed of your runs. But actually, really great bass. Chords, I don't really use a pick, but I can't imagine it being any different. It all feels really great, depending on what your expectations are. She actually exceeded my expectations, because I thought it was going to suck. And I still took the plunge anyway. Again, Mayones Cali 4 bass. This is JJ Vell, letting you know if there's anything you guys want to see on the channel. If you have any questions on the bass, please hit me up down below, and I will be sure to answer any questions I get. Mayones Cali 4. Peace.